Okay, let's work on the button. I made this a little smaller. It's still placed here on the wall. So there are a few things we need to change. One thing is that we need to have a direct interactor. It works with the ray interactor somehow, but with the direct interactor, I think it's much smoother. We'll put here a sphere collider of 0.1. Can also add here kind of a substitute for the sphere, also in size 0.1, and I'll delete here the sphere collider, so just that we have some kind of visual reference. And then here for the sphere collider it's 0.1 and the trigger is on. So let's set up this button object. So we go here into the switch, and this needs a few things. One is a rigid body, and then it needs the hand button script. And I would like to also have some indication whether I'm hovering or not. So let's place here an active material. Let's keep it on red. I can quickly open that one. So here it is really just active and original material, and then when I do activate, I set the active material, deactivate the original material. In the hand button, as this is kind of a standard interactable, I can here make two events, hover enter and hover exit. Let's place here the two color switchers here, and on hover enter I do activate, and here I do deactivate. So that's here for the interactable events. And for the on press, let's first give some audio feedback. So let's add here on the button object an audio source. It doesn't need to have play on awake. We keep everything empty, as we can set also the clip here on the play. So let's say play one shot, and from the audio material I'll take here a switch sound. Okay, so I think we are basically ready. Let's jump into VR. So here I have my hand, and as soon as I hover, it gets red. That's good. But now if I press, it's not doing correctly. But if I go down, I hear the click. And that's in fact one bug the original code has. So let's go here into the hand button. And the problem is that how the local Y position is computed. And here you see that there's a transform root, which means that this is the topmost transform in the hierarchy. And that's maybe a bit too optimistic that this is kind of in the right orientation. So instead of, let's just define a root object directly. Let's say here this is public transform root null, and that's just something we have to define then here. And to say, for example, let's take the whole button object as the relative to transform. Let's try this again. Okay, and now we can actually press the button and get the click sound.